Well, hello business friends. Today's tip is going to be on time management. So I get this question quite a bit when you run 5 businesses and it seems like I always have time to call people back right away. They're always kind of like, how do you do that? Well, it started when I was a little bit younger at a company, and I had met a guy who actually said, Lou, you seem like you have no time. And he had learned a trick from his master's degree course where he took a plain piece of paper, drew a circle on it, handed it to me, and said, fill in your entire week. Everything you do, just make it like a pie chart. How much time you sleep, how much time you eat, how much time you work out, how much time you come to work. And he asked me, was there anything else that I had? And the short story was I was doing martial arts, but I was getting paid for that, which I still run that business. And the short story was I looked at softball, and I was in my 30s, and I said, I don't think I need to do this anymore. I'm not making any money from it. It's not like all my friends come over after a game and hang out. I'm just playing for myself. And right then and there, I just scratched that off the list to give myself more time. So that was the first encounter of time management that I had. So how do I do it now? Well, if I used a month calendar, and I'm just going to use the different businesses and how I fill in that month. So on the weekends, 2 things happen. Number one, I have a martial art class. It's a Saturday class. Well, I have other instructors now who are much younger than I am who teach those classes, so I go in there 1 time a month, sometimes twice a month, and it's a lot of fun. So let's just say I go in the last Saturday of the month, which is usually the case. Okay. So then let's talk about the other businesses. How do you do YouTube channel with 3 videos a week for 11 years? How do you do that? Well, I video those cars on the weekend or sometimes on a Monday, because Mondays I find out people in business really don't want to talk to me generally. So maybe Monday morning and Friday afternoon, I may video some cars. So as an example, this week, I videoed a car Friday afternoon, and Saturday I took off early in the morning and videoed 2 cars. So I had 3 cars, and that will cover a week. The other thing is I run a CFO mastermind group with my wife runs that as well. So we have that twice a month, which means on the 3rd Wednesday and the 3rd Thursday on Zoom, so I can stay in my house. So those are 2 days out of the week. But the week before, I call all those chief financial officers or financial executives, and I ask them, which meeting are you coming to and what's changed since we've talked last? So that does 2 things. Number one, it lets them know I care, which I do. And number 2, I might be able to help them, which always builds the know, like, and trust in our relationship. And the more people know you, like, and trust you, the more they want to do business with you. And then lastly is it tells me which day they're going to make. Well, what if they don't call you back? What if you get their voicemail? Well, then on the second week, or the week right before, week 2 of the month, on Tuesday, I'll call those people back. By that time, probably 85% of them have called me back and told me which one of the 2 days they want to be on. So that business, when you think of it, takes like 2 days to call. But I do the first week call other chief financial officers or financial executives so that they can potentially come as a guest, so I can keep people coming to that group, so to speak, filling the pipeline to keep chief financial officers. I do have a limit. I'd like to have 40 people in there. Currently I have about 30, so I still have room to sell there. And then I guess the other thing with time management is you have to know a little bit about your goal. You just heard me say I'd like 40 chief financial officers, because at that point I figure usually 8 miss the meetings because they're on vacations or they have a board meeting or there's an audit or something like that. So that means 32 are going to come, and if you bust that into 2 groups, that could be about 15 to 16 people a group, which is a real nice group, and there's good energy in the room. So you have to kind of know a little bit about your goals when you're doing that as well. Then on the weekends that I'm not doing those things, or Saturdays or Sundays, I can go for a bike ride, or I can go out to the park or something and take a walk with my wife. When I was younger, I didn't have as many businesses, so we had kids, and my wife was staying at home, so I was really focused on my IT business, and that was all I did for 10 years, just the IT business, and just focused on that. So the side businesses, which started to become bigger businesses, came in time. So that's kind of how it started. So it started that I was single, and I was working for a company, one company only, and doing martial arts. So that was the second business there, or that was the first business there for me. Then I got married. I just worked on a technology business as well as did martial arts on the weekend. And then as I, probably about 11 years ago, I branched out to start to do some other businesses, and now those businesses are doing well. And the last business is the sales communication coaching. So anytime that a company, for example, one company this week called me and said, we're looking to go from 20 to 50 million in sales, maybe you can give us some tips. So I'll come in there, sit in their board meeting and their sales meeting with them. I'll listen to what their goals are. I'll write down some things, and then I'll give them a block of time that I have during the week, or possibly on Zoom, so I don't even have to leave the house. And that gives me the freedom to have my evenings or weekends or even an afternoon that I like to work out. And the more I can do work from home, the more I can work out at lunchtime and things like that. So I hope that helps. If I went through the businesses, the martial art business, I have some other people run that, and I come in once a month. The CFO Mastermind group, we do that 2 times a month. One is a full day, the other one's a half day, so I still get some time in there as well. And then sell that on the first week, second week on Tuesday, I make those calls. The communication business, any of those other, like the 4th week or the 3rd week that I have some time, I can go help companies with the communication business. The YouTube channel is usually on the weekends or a Monday morning or a Friday afternoon, where I'll video cars and meet people, or they'll call me and tell me they want to come by and video cars. Plus, if it's a really nice day, because of course you have to have video cars, and you can't do it on a rainy day or a snowy day. So if it's a really nice day as well, and it's a lunchtime and I've already worked out, well, maybe I'll have them come by and we'll video the car about an hour and a half, and then I can edit it in the evening. So I really fill up all of my time. I will say though that which business takes the most time, you might be asking. It is the YouTube channel that I'm on right now, because usually it's about 3 hours a day that I make comments, reply back to comments on my YouTube channel. So I do read your comments. I do reply to all of them. And so if you have any comments, feel free to leave that. If you are interested in the communication business and I can help your business with communication, usually it's either your sales needs to improve, or your sales might be flat, or your sales might be stuck, or there's just discommunication in the company itself, I'm happy to do that. So I hope that helped you with time management, and I hope that helps you get some time back. Either use that circle and look at your week and see what things you can pull out, or possibly look at your own schedule and see where it's best to make sales calls. I will add this as well. I was finding as a salesperson that I didn't like making calls on Monday. So I just stopped, which meant that I can run my own business, so I can make that decision. If you're not running your own business, you can't make that decision. But I realized people on Monday morning weren't ready for my sales calls. And that's why it was tough, because it wasn't fun for me. If it's not fun, I shouldn't be doing it. And on Friday afternoon, they had kind of checked out. So those are some indications as well. So if they're checking out there, that might be the case. But I hope that helps you. And when I upload videos on YouTube, I do that usually 3 times a week in the morning. I'll actually do it the day before, so I know that that video is preloaded. And then I just hit publish in the morning, usually a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. If the video is doing really well, I might give it an extra day, so maybe the Monday goes until Thursday or something like that. And I plan on posting these hopefully every Thursday. If they're really popular, maybe I'll do more of them. But I hope that helped you with time management in your schedule. So stay tuned for more business tips. Thanks.